in your packets. If I were to take this right now and roll this whole thing out, I guarantee I'll touch the glass over there on the wall. It's going to be huge. So we're going to go a half a wall at a time. Alright? Keep this plastic, so what we're going to do is, okay, take your ball of dough, make sure it's in a nice ball, and just cover it up. So it doesn't form a skin on it. If it forms a skin, you're in trouble. There's no turning back. Alright. Now, what I like to do, nice and relaxed, okay? Not really shrinking back really quickly on me. Is I'm going to kind of give it a little preliminary shape, kind of moving towards the rectangle that I want it to be in the end product. And I kind of angle it down on one side. That's the side that's going to feed into my machine. Alright? Kind of help it along, get it going a little bit. Just a real light simmer, yeah. And then we can get the pasta water on actually and get that going. Now these guys, anyone familiar or who is unfamiliar with the Waves of Pasta Machine? Okay, let's start with round zero. This is low tech, not low tech. It works very well. It has for a very long time. The one reason I like this above electrical attachments to machinery is I control the speed and the setting all day long. If I put it through my KitchenAid mixer, it does not know that my pasta is a little dry, I slow down. Or, oh, let's speed this up a little bit. It doesn't know. It's just going to process whatever you put in there, and it can just shred your pasta dough and you're going to think it's beautiful. I can feel what's happening with the dough, because this handle goes right in here and spins these rollers, and I can feel exactly what it's feeling on the pasta. They always have a setting, 1 to whatever, typically 7. A lot of them have a 6 or a 7. This one goes all the way up to 9, I think, and it's actually in reverse. Don't ask me why. That's our new machine, and it's like redheaded. It's on the outs, this guy. You're going to start at 9 on this machine. We start at 1 on the other 2 machines. Typically, you start at the lower number. It means the rollers are further apart from each other. Okay? I flour my rollers. I never want any kind of tacky pasta dough to hit these rollers and stick onto there. These guys never get washed. All I do with these when we're done with this class is I get a dry pastry brush, brush all the flour off, wrap them up in plastic so there's no humidity getting to the internal workings, and that's it. The only thing that this technically is touching is flour. That's all I want. So I've got flour on my pasta dough, on my work surface, on my hands, it's all over the place. Perfect. Now I can go ahead and start feeding it through. Okay, I kind of just guide it along very gently. First time is always the tricky time because I'm going from so thick down to a dramatically different width, down to this, which is our thickest setting, but it's still quite a bit different from that. So it's always the trickiest one. So you might get edges cracking, you might get it buckling here or there. That's okay. That's going to happen to you. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to point that out. When that does happen, we're going to point that out, we're going to stop, we're going to see how we fix that problem. What I typically do is we'll have you fold this guy up in kind of like a wallet. Okay? So I do that kind of, give it the old trifold wallet trick. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it through this way. Instead of not this way again. Now I'm kicking it 45 degrees and going through that same thick setting again. And what this is doing is kind of working the dough a little bit. And if you're having troubles getting it through there, this will help kind of knead the dough back into a proper shape and give you that proper rectangular brick of dough that you're looking for to start getting it thinner and thinner. Because as it gets thinner and thinner, it gets longer and longer. If you're misshapen it all, those misshapen pieces just get exaggerated. So if you start with an oval, you'll just get a really long oval. But if I have a rectangle, it's a really long rectangle. Alright. So that's what I'm looking for. I always feel my dough. If it feels any kind of tackiness to it whatsoever, I give it a little brushing of flour. Okay? And then one setting at a time. My favorite is I see people going, okay, I got it through. What do we want to bet? 6? Okay, let's go 6. Then we try to push it again. Not going to work whatsoever. One at a time. I go down to 2. These things just, they have a little locking mechanism on them. I just pull it out and spin it to my desired setting, and it falls right back into this little pin that's right here. Okay? I always handle my pasta with the back of my hand. If I'm doing this, see the problem that this might have as the pasta gets very, very thin. So my backs of my hands, no ring, because that's just going to do the same thing, right? Okay, so back of my hand, catch it in there a little bit, and then once it's caught, I kind of just lay it down. I let it feed itself in, and I switch hands. Switch hands. And then
Is that your favorite feeder?
What's the one?
Is that your favorite feeder, the ones that you have here?
These ones, the 2 on the ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in the middle. Once I found out the numbers were backwards, I kind of got mad at it. I mean, it works fine, but... So, again, with the back of my hand, I'm just got it on my left hand now.